Greetings, AI students. We're now going to take a look at the notebook that you'll be using for writing your classifiers, and in particular we'll be getting the data in and visualizing it a little bit before we get down into the actual computation part. So this one was stolen from the TensorFlow educational material and modified by Professor Kim and myself. She's from another institution. I've done the imports already here. I want to start out by pointing out right here, this is going to be a cell that you need to play with. As I mentioned, the MNIST datasets are built into the TensorFlow libraries. And you'll pick which one you want by just changing the commenting. So if you want to get the fashion, that's set up there. And if you wanted to get the digits, you would change like that so that the MNIST variable would contain the other data set. Okay? So we're going to be working with fashion today. So clicking on that cell after you change, it tells you which data set you're going to work into this object called MNIST. And it comes with nice methods to just split the data up into a couple of different lists. We'll have 60,000 training cases and 10,000 test cases, which will be used for verifying that the neural network that you trained is properly trained, because it will not have seen these test cases, but the test cases are similar. It made several different NP arrays here. The images here, we can see from the pop-up, is an array of 60,000 28 by 28 images. Got it? And the labels is 60,000, just at 60,000 numbers. So it's a parallel set of arrays. First image, then we'll have the first label, which is just a number from 0 to 9, remember, right? And then the test images are similar. 10,000 28 by 28 images, 28 by 28 pixels, and then 10,000 numbers of 0, 1, 2, 3. Is this going to be a t-shirt, or is this going to be a sandal? Like that. Okay. So that's our basic data. Very nice. We don't have to do very much. All right. Now we put some code in here to help visualize. Okay. So let's go just take a quick look. Here was the labels. You can click on a link in the lab there and you'll get this picture. So for the fashion, so for the digits you don't need it. The label number 3, category number 3 represents digit 3. That's easy. For the fashion, category 3 represents a dress. Category 7 represents a sneaker, right? Let's go take a look at some sneakers. And we've put some code in here to just get the first 5 examples of whichever you're looking for. So if we're looking for number 7, category 7, sneakers, and this will tell us that the first 5 sneakers are over here in the training data. Okay? Now, we're going to start visualizing these things with ASCII art. All right? We'll just print out the numbers in a big array of 28 by 28 numbers. And let's pick one. So let's pick, for example, number 14. So number 14, we picked number 14 should be a sneaker, and we'll put that there, and then we will print it out. And there's our sneaker, all right, as ASCII art. It's just 28 columns, 28 rows, and we just print the numbers in each row, okay? So that gives you a rough idea of what this low-res picture is going to look like, right? Goes a little bit off the right-hand side, but that's okay. If we were interested in something else, Like we could go over here and pick, oh, I don't know, let's pick t-shirts. T-shirts are number 0, category 0. We'll go here, we will go say we're looking for 0 is t-shirts. It tells us here's the first 5 t-shirts. Just for grins, let's just grab number 17. And we will visualize t-shirt number 17, and there it is. Okay? And these are, this ASCII art is sort of stretched out wide horizontally because the numbers are wider than they are tall here. One thing I want you to notice is that these really are pixel values. So 0 represents what? 0 is a dark pixel, it's black. Okay? So this is a white t-shirt image on a black background. Got it? Okay. And the numbers, the pixel values, go from 0 to 255. I don't know if we have any that are already all the way up to 255. So our brightest pixels are pretty bright, pretty white, but not all the way up there. And our darkest pictures really are 0. Okay? And we have a few pixels around here, which is probably not really part of the t-shirt. They're hanging out in space there, right? Which are not exactly black and 0. So the data is, not going to be perfect. All right. We can actually visualize this as a 28 by 28 grayscale image, right? And so 255 minus, okay, 255 minus, we'll flip it. 0 black becomes white, so the background becomes white. The middle of the shirt, which was light colored, then becomes darker because it's 255 minus. These big numbers become down closer to 0, right? And this is NumPy, what is called NumPy broadcasting, or I think it's broadcasting, whatever, where it takes the whole array and it says 255 minus. It makes a new array applying the 255 minus to each array item. So we'll get the same 60,000 by 28 by 28, okay, array where all the numbers are flipped. All right? So just that one 255 minus does that in NumPy. It's one of the reasons people like NumPy. And then we'll use a Matplotlib thing to just illustrate that. So this should be our t-shirt, okay? The background, which above here was black, is now white, like that, okay? So this is the images that we're going to give to the neural network. So we'll flip it. We don't have to, but we'll flip it. So the next thing we're going to do, by the way, and pay attention because this is part of your, here's the other sneaker over here. That was our sneaker, okay, is normalizing the numbers. And you're going to have to, as part of your lab, try it with and without normalization. Now, in theory, it sounds like it shouldn't make any difference. But the question is, do the numbers go from 0 to 255, or do they go from 0 to 1? And unbelievably, I mean, you think, all right, fine, so the weights will just be bigger. I mean, if the numbers are bigger, then the weights are generally bigger. I mean, it all scales, it's all linear stuff, right? And that turns out to be not quite true. Okay? And it's partially not quite true because of the, in the output layer and the neuron equations that it's using for deciding which of the one LEDs to use to light up. But anyway, one of the things that you're going to try is either normalizing the data, just do this broadcasting thing to divide them all down to go from 0 to 1, or not. So in the homework, you're going to either run this cell or not. If you run it twice, then the numbers all become very small, right? So just if you're going to run it like we're going to do now, just run it once, okay? Or don't run it at all, up to you. I mean, it's part of the homework. All right? And then that's going to go into your neural network, which will be in the next video.